Hello and welcome along to another video. Last episode we built this area and me and Tony here. Tony the fish. Is he still there? There he is. There's Tony. Me and Tony have been talking and we were wondering what we wanted to do in the next next episode, which is this one. What we wanted to do. I mean, I want to do a little bit of a farm, but I think the farm that I want to do is going to be very easy. I think we're going to do this area, put the farm in this area. If we've got time, maybe make a start on the marketplace area. So this is going to be the gardens. We're going to have, if I go up, see, we've got a little bit into the library area. The library will go along the promenade area and a little link up into the town square area. Now, building this area is going to involve doing something that I have never done before, and it is actually terrifying to me, and that is building a custom tree. I feel like in this area, I want one custom tree right in the middle, and the way that I did it was this is the middle of this area. As you can see, they all line up into here. So I want this to be like the kind of centerpiece of the gardens area. One tree. I think I'm going to try and get it leaning over this way, if I can, and you know, it'd be a nice area. We'll put a little stone circle around it, kind of like in Skyrim, the tree in that first city that you really go to. Is it Windhelm, Whiterun? This tree, the Gilder Green. So my idea is to put, you know, like a tree in the middle and then a stone circle going around. So that's the kind of thought process in my head. Like we have a tree, we have a surrounding, and then we have patches and patches and patches. Do something like we did over here as well, with like this kind of fencing, kind of a couple of different colors of grass like moss. Now that we have our moss machine, little things like that around to keep going. Hello, dog. Little things like that to keep this area nice, organic area. And then we'll have areas for the two tall flowers so that we can get some dye. So a nice easy farm, a nice little easy dye farm. But the first thing I want to do is definitely start on the tree. So the first thing I want to do is definitely just do, if I just replace them with them and then go up 4, something like one of these upside down. Is that going too? No, that's not going too tall. And I think it'll probably need to have maybe one coming out over this way. But then I need to remember it needs to be 3-dimensional, so they go over this way and this way before I start putting leaves on. Yeah. Maybe that could have gone out, and another one there and another one there, but put one there, then put one like here. We'll get another lot of them, but we'll get another 2 of them. And then see where this takes us. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Now, the next thing I want to do is put some, I think the way that I've seen people do custom trees in the past is put like fences in. I'm not 100%. Fences like one here, one maybe on this side, one poking out or something, so that it just makes it look like sticks. So let's give this a try. We are just learning here as we go. So sticks, let's take 4 sticks, and we'll do 6. I shouldn't need any more than that. So is it you put like one up here or something, or one there, one there, maybe like that. I'm not 100%. And then let's just fill it full of leaves. Right, so I think I'm going to go for mangrove and oak. And I think because these are the darker ones, like the mangrove are the darker, I think they're going to be the main bulk, and then the oak are going to be on the outsides, so that it gives it a little bit more of like a contrast and makes it look, you know, like there's some shading in there. So let's get some mangrove in, and I think I'm just going to do them around the edges of these like kind of branches to see how that goes. So let's do like the something like that, and then oak for like here, a bit of an accentuating colour. There. I mean, that's one little branch done. Let's get the other little branches done. I'm feeling a little bit more confident as I'm putting them in, so I might need to change a couple of bits up. But that's a good start. That is a good start. So this is where I'm up to with it, and I think I'm happy with it. I got rid of a couple of bits here, but like it's nice and dangly. I've kind of made a willow tree, I think, with the drooping down bits. I've done little bits like this as well, like hidden some glowberries where I could, just so it's lit up, especially when it gets to like the night time. I may have gone a little bit too much in places with the leaves, but I think the contrast over the two gives it a nice look. I think it does come out a little bit too much this way, where I did originally want it to come out this way, but that's okay. That's okay with me. Especially with it going darker now, we might be able to see what it is like in the night light. But I think that's okay. A little bits where you can see like the exposed like branches. That's the word. That is the word I was looking for. But I'm kind of happy with it, considering that I've never made a custom tree before. I like this. The contrast in it. It's got some moss carpet here and there, especially on the top. If we go for a flyover, you can see we've got moss on top of it. Just a little bit of in lighting as well, and then just it branches out nicely and droops down. Not really much more you can say about it. It's a tree, but we'll get the nighttime look of it. There we are, nighttime look. The dog's back. I'm not taming it. We'll do that at another time. We'll try and get every variety of dog while we can, and then we'll make a nice doghouse for them all as well, and we'll give them nice names. So get some ideas in comments for names for the dogs when we get them. But yeah, night time. The tree's all lit up, as you can see, so there's going to be no danger of things spawning on it. You know, on top. You know, especially with the carpets and that. Maybe could have got one or two in like there and there. But the next step is going to be just building the surround for this. So a nice little stone circle, and I'm thinking it's just going to be something like a 3 across, 1, 3, 1. Not dissimilar to what we did over here with the fountain. You know, 3, 1 and 3s. They just make a nice small circle. But figure out what we'll do with that. I'm thinking potentially make it look like it's a bit raised. I might bring all this down one and have the tree raised up. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of this level of grass. We'll get rid of the level of grass, and then we'll put a stone circle in, and then we'll see what this looks like after that. Right, so I've dug out, I've made a little circle across, decorated it a little bit, Just a bit of podzol and a bit of grass. I think the next step is going to be even take this layer out, because I think we're going to have a wall around the area. I think having it that one extra drop down does it that little bit better for the depth wise. You know, it starts to block off a lot of these buildings as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out all of this level of grass or dirt or grass, and we are going to do like we have on here. So we have like a row of grass, a row of moss, a row of grass, a row of moss. So that's going to take some time to do. So I'm going to get that done, and then we'll start work on the wall that's going to surround this garden. We're going to have a couple of archways. Then we'll definitely have an archway here going into the area. Maybe an archway over that area, and maybe an archway onto this area. Because this area is going to go to the big manor that I'm going to eventually design up and build. We've got a nice little, like, a tower part, block part, and then a little room on the side. So I think that'll be nice when that's built, overlooking the gardens, you know, especially when you're, like, a little bit up. It's going to have a nice view of that gardens area. But first things first, I'm going to take out this row and then replace it with grass and moss. Alrighty, so this is where I'm up to with it so far. So you can see we've got 3 arches put in. I'm not putting an arch on that side, just because there isn't a pathway going that side, so there's nowhere for it to go to. So there's no point having an archway there. It'll nicely block it off. I might put a water feature in or something in one bit that side or something, just to tie it all together. But this is where I'm at so far with it. I've kind of blocked off some areas with a nice walk round on each of them. So, you know, there's a nice walkway around. There'll be a nice way up and down on them 3. A nice little thing into the middle section. I just think it's nicely separated. And like I said, I might bring these 2 in a little bit and then make a little water feature here or something, just so it makes it a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more tranquil. The sound of running water might sound a little bit nicer. But the next thing I want to do is actually figure out the wall designs, and then put some flowers in here, and then look to what I can do for the actual farms. So the farms themselves are going to be really easy. So the farm will be a pretty easy design, one that you're probably used to. So it'd be something like, if I put this right, you know, it would have a sticky piston into a dispenser going that way. We'd have a one going that way. Oh, that'll probably be one lower so that it extends. When it does that, it creates a clock. You put a dispenser out, so whenever it's touching, it faces in, and we'll have a 2 tall flower here. Probably have it at floor level, just so that it blends it in a little bit more, and we'll put a design round it anyway. But then that way, we can get many different colours. So we'll get reds, yellows. We've got a lot of lapis, so that gets us a blues, which then gets a lot of the colours. I will be putting in cocoa beans in this area somewhere as well, so we can get like a lot of the dyes, a lot of the colours all in one. But I think we just need to take some time now and start to build all this together. So let's get like these branches in. Alrighty, so I've done a little bit. I always say a little bit, and then I've done the whole thing. And again, no different. I've done the whole thing. What I've come up with is this. So as you can see in the middle, I've actually put a light source in the tree. Not the best, but it'll do for now. And then I've changed a few things out. So I think at the time I had grass in there. I've swapped it out for moss and green wool. So then you've got a little bit of differences in the 2. Around the edges, around all 4 edges, we've got cocoa beans now. So we can just, you know, if in doubt, take some cocoa beans, replant. I mean, we could have put some up on this side, some up on this side on all of them, but we're not going to need that many. So I think looks over function on those. You know, we could have done some automated farms. Then each one of these sections, we've got different plants in. So we've got like a red one here, a Might get some more of the, I think they might be called Crimson High Fares. Put them in over time. Then this one, a little bit of a lighter one with some blues in there as well. Then this one, more of a yellow in there. And then over on this side, this one was lacking a little bit, so we put some petals in there to make that look in. Then we got, you know, a nice surround around the tree. I think there's space here as well where we could possibly put a chair or something, or, you know, like a little deck chair or something, or a garden bench or something, you know, to add a little bit more. But then the farms. So I did originally think to put them in the middle. What I have done instead is I have them all here. So the space here was a nice 5x5 space, and freaky sounds. It was a nice 5x5 space, and when you jump up, you can just see everything's here. So when you press one of the these, it just lifts up the piston under there to dispense. Now these don't have bone meal in, so it's not going to do it. Whichever I need, we'll grab bone meal, put them in, just switch it on, run it dry, and end. So then we've got a nice selection of dyes. So now we've got our reds and our yellows. We've got these ones which I think, you know, like magenta, pink options. So we get quite a few of the options here from them. So that's always a good sign. And that leads us to the last bit for this episode. You probably notice I've got nothing at the moment. I've only got some cocoa beans. I have no levels. I have nothing. That's because I went on a trip to the Nether and I died. Well, I tactically died after I got what I wanted, but it was still a death. I've lost a pair of elytra on the first trip in, and then the second pair, you know, that I did, I got it. I should really use the pass when I do all this, but I don't. Hello. But in the ender chest is the reason why I died, is because I didn't want to just trust going back without it. So I put a space for an ender chest here. We have nifty stuff. So I mean, there's my elytra and there's my tools that I had for it and that. But we have two exciting bits. So yeah, we've got another June. We've got the June armor trim, but we have this. We have the Netherite upgrade trim. We really want that, and something that I never have picked up before in a survival world. I have wanted to find this on a trip in the Nether Bastions for so long, like the Bastion Remnants, for so long. So I think what we're going to do some designing of armor. So let's get together what we have and let's see what we can make. In reality, the first thing we want to do is actually duplicate this template, because if I was to just use this one now as is, you know, we'd lose it. So this is where they've made use for diamonds again. So we need to make as many of these as we can. Let's just do that. Do that. So we've got 10. We've got 10 at the minute. That's all good. So we can do these and we have some spare. I'm going to put that pick step away. Or maybe make a jukebox later. So we have 10. So we can attach. We need 10 netherite ingots. So let's get them together. We have some ancient debris. I need to get some gold ingots. So let's see what gold I've got available. So we're going to need to make some ingots up. Let's just take a stack. We got our scrap. I really should put a crafting table in that area. But take that off. We have some netherite ingots. We only need 4. So I'm going to put the others in the area, and let's have a look at what things we've got available. I mean, so we've got 3 trims at the minute. So we have the spire. We have 3 of the eye templates. And we have 2 of the June ones. I think the chest plate we're not going to bother with because of the wings. But we're still going to upgrade it. So let's do the upgrading first. So where is the... It's right by the area. So we'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. So we'll take them off. Do them. And we are fully kitted out with our netherite. Now then, let's have a look. So if I did the spire with them and them, it'll look nice. I didn't want to do that. So we're getting the spire on them. That's what we're getting. We're getting the spire on them. Let's just have a look at the June one on there. That's okay. That's a bit much. Let's swap out the eye one. Again, that's a bit much on that. Let's put them to one side so we don't do it. Eyes, no. No, I don't like the eye on that. We'll take that. We'll take that one. And then finally, let's just do them. So let's kit ourselves out. Let's have a look at what the per block looks like with this. Actually, yeah, I do like that. So we'll take them for now. We'll take that for now. And that's us from the back, and that's us from the front. That'll do now until I get some other trims, and we might change it out in the future. But that'll do it for this episode. We got ourselves kitted out. We've done a little area. We've done a little project. We'll see you in the next one, where in between episodes, I'll upgrade my tools to Netherite. We'll get some more stuff doing, and then we'll figure out what to do, because at the moment, I have no idea. So thank you very much for watching if you've made it to the end, and I'll see you next time.